Okay. Hello, hello. Good evening. Dan Forbes and a few people, would you type in the chat box and let me know that you can hear me? That would be a good idea. I will make these messages public, therefore we can all see them. Be careful what you type in there. Anyway, just let me know that you can see that. And do I see Max? Yeah, Max. We'll get together afterwards if it's not too late for you. I got tied up with the USA leads and downloading and things, so we'll get to it. Chat. Let's go see. What do we see in the chat? Hello. Yes, you can hear me. Shirley Pitts. Good evening. Okay, good. As long as you can hear me. Okay, let's get down to some work actually. And so obviously you know who this is. This is Joe. And we originally did this, ran this call on Tuesday nights for people who were in the communication class and had attended some advanced classes and so on, and wanted to learn more about being a director. What does that really mean? And so the only people invited in the past were people who had originally taken the class. Well, we decided to open this up to anyone so that people could hear what was going on, plus different topics are going on now, and not just learning how to be a director, although these things really, as you learn the marketing system and so on, that is part of being a director as well. But in the past, we kept it to dialogue and how to help people with your director knowledge and your dialogue. So let's do this. Let's communicate through the chat box and let me know how many of you are using the USA leads. Would you please go right to the chat box and show me that? I want to make sure that I take up the time that I'm going to take up is not interfering with everybody else. So I can do a private class with that, but I'd like to know. Just type in yes or no using the USA Lead Club leads. Or do you intend to? Either using them or do you intend to? So the chat box is open. So type in there and tell me.
New message from Mark Stevens.
Okay. Dan Forbes looks like, yep, I am. There's a couple. If you get more yeses than nos, we're going to just move on here. I want to show you a couple of things. It became clear to me in the last week that people are not understanding how to utilize this. Shirley Bauer, you're pretty in tune with how to do this, correct? I use them daily. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, then we're going to cover this. Okay, that's all you can. That's good. Okay, let me talk to you about leads first. Leads, what are they really? It depends on where you get them from, how valuable they are. And in my opinion, the most important thing is to just talk to people in general and find out if they have an interest in, let's just make it plain and simple. Would you be interested in a career change if the money were right? To me, now I don't ask that question because we use an email system and advertising and people answer the question. But if I were to talk somebody in a cold market without any knowledge of what I was going to talk to them, I would want to know if they would be interested in a career change if the money were right. And maybe not in what I have for them, but chances are you're going to get most people say, yes, I would be if the money were right. Now, leads, when you purchase them from a lead company, a company that provides names of people who supposedly at some point were interested in managing a business from home or interested in a career change for the right money. You know, it's not always what you see is not always what you get. What you hear is not always what you get. leads are very funny. We don't know where they came from most of the time, because there's only a handful of actual companies that do this scouring of the internet and of the world and advertising to come up with people who answer questions that say, yeah, I'd be interested. Now, USA Lead Club says that they have, the people that they give us have answered 3 questions. Do you have a credit card? Or you have at least $100 to get started? And can you get ready? Are you ready to start within 30 days? That's what they ask. Now, that's what they say. I don't know that that's true or not true. And you don't get a phone number when those people have not provided with phone numbers. That I don't know why, but either way, using an email system is one of the ways to find those interested parties. It's the same as knocking on every door in your neighborhood and finding out, are you interested in a career change, or would you be? So we're using that. Just one of the companies that I use is the USA Lead Club. And for the reason that they allow us to use their email system to send those out. So for those of you who are using Tools Rock in conjunction with it, I want to caution you to not be filling up your Tools Rock contact manager with all the USA leads if you have another source of leads to go into Tools Rock. Why? Because USA provides you with an email system where you can mail them out one at a time. It's not an autoresponder. It's just a system where you can go in, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you exactly what to do with that tonight. But you can go in and use their email system, and one at a time, when I say one at a time, you could send out 10,000 emails if you have those accumulated in the USA Lead program. Then you could push a button and send them all at once and send them a letter. But there's a technique to doing it. There's a process, I should say. Now, if you're using Tools Rock, use that for other leads maybe, or only a handful, maybe a couple hundred, maybe 500 or so, and then go over and use the USA Lead. So I'm going to show you, before I go, Joe on a bike and Joe speaking. Oh, somebody's asking something. Okay. Does anyone hear or see anything? Interference, second voice. Can you guys still hear me? Would you type in there, please? It looks like people are having trouble. Interference, second voice. Interference, second voice. Yes, using USA Leads. Okay. Can you guys tell me? I don't know why you're buffering. It must be, some bandwidth on your computer. But sure, Sheila, yeah, I don't know. Shelly, can you tell me if you hear me? If buffering by closing and coming back in. Yeah. You can also go to YouTube. You won't be able to communicate any message or chat. If you go right to the YouTube channel and click on this particular broadcast, you'd hear it from there. I hear you fine. Linda, yes, we're all good. Okay, good. We're fine. All right. For those of you having trouble, either go out and come back in or go directly to youtube.com, go to my channel and Joe Shoop, and you'll see that the YouTube is playing on there as well, live. Okay. Now let's move forward here. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. Okay. So let's go to Tools Rock first. I want to make sure that you understand what's going on and how to operate Tools Rock. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to need some help from a few of you to let me know that you can see the screen. So hold on a minute. I'll tell you when it's going to be up and running. So I have the two things open that I need to have open. And I'm going to go over here and click on share my screen. And here we go. Now, I'm going to click on share entire screen, click on share, and there's that little crazy thing that it does, but I'm going to go over here, and now. Okay, I don't know who that is, but I can't answer it. All right, so let me go back and look on the chat. You should be able to see, welcome to, it's the Tools Rock back office. You should be able to see that right now. All right, so let me go over to the chat and see if you guys are, Mary says it's all good. Okay, can you tell me whether you see, now right now you're probably seeing the screen with all kinds of stuff on it, but don't worry about that. Yes, you see it. Okay, I'm going back to it. Thank you. Yes, there it is. Okay, good. All right, now, here we are. We're on Tools Rock. I logged into the back office. Now, some of you are not even understanding how to unlock your new site. So I'm going to show you that real quick. You're going to go to websites, unlock custom sites. When you do that, you will see the sites that I have open. You actually have access to all of these sites. You could have all of these if you want it. We're only using 3 of them. Notice down the bottom, adtechgold.com. This is previously the 12-week financial freedom plan. That's what that is. It's still the same. It just has a different name. There's also the ADTECH Worldwide. .net. This is the only .net on here. The reason it's this is ADTECH Worldwide, this is the presentation that I recorded that's 30, 35 minutes long for business people. That's what it's for. Okay, and then you have, now here's the 12-week financial freedom plan. That's been deactivated. It's done. We don't use that anymore. And then here's friends and family. Now, there's 2 other ones here. Don't worry about that. If you want to know what they are, then just call me, contact me, text me, do something, and I will show you what these are, but we don't use those anymore. You are entitled to have as many websites that we build. We have built all of these websites, custom sites. Okay, so in order to get into the gold, adtechgold.com, in order to have that site, the 12-week financial freedom plan, you would go down here. First of all, you go to this area, unlock custom sites. Down the bottom, it's called unlock the gold. So that's your password. Unlock the gold. All one word, and there it is. So when you do that and you submit it, it'll show you this page. Now, it's very small, but that's what it should look like when you do it. This is the 12-week financial freedom plan. And that's the New Zealand group up here that are about. Hold on a bit. Sorry, guys.
Questions. Do you have a valid credit card? Yeah.
I hate that thing does that. All right. So now, this particular one, you have to say use this page. But one of the things you must do in this one is put to a send to URL. Here's what that means. There is a link inside of this website on the second page that says register now for your free gold account. If they click that on, it takes them to your Carrot Bars sign up page. And if you put your URL in here for your page, which is your Carrot Bars login, your Carrot Bars sign up page, and that link is in the training center. It shows you in the training center how to paste it in here and then put your username at the back end. And when you click use this page, you end up having this site in this location. So we'll go back to websites, unlock custom sites. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it. When you do it, it will show you that you have this ADTECH Gold all set up. Now you have a choice. Now here's what people in my understanding this week is what they are confused about. You can have as many websites as we create. The websites are places that you send people to. So let's just assume for a minute we're only using 3 websites to send people to. You've decided that you're going to send them either to your friends and family, which we all know what that is. We should. The hand animated, talking to your friends and telling them you have a business with gold and so on. The next one is the 12-week, is the ADTECH Gold, which is the one we just looked at. And the other one is ADTECH Worldwide. They're the 3 places you can be sending people. Now, it depends who the people are that determines where you're going to send them. So if you're going to make up names of 20 people that you know and you want them to know you're in business, then you send them to the 12-week plan. If you don't want to do that, and you say, look, I want to send people to that, either the presentation or the ADTECH Gold, which is that 12-week plan, that I'm going to use those. That's where I'm going to send them to. So you could send them to anyone you want. The difference is this. If you have the $20 a month Tools Rock program plan, you can only use 2 autoresponders at any given time. You can send them to any one of these, but you still can only use, now I'll show you the autoresponder. Tools, autoresponder, I'm going to go to, well, I guess I'll just go to view and I'll show you the autoresponders. What does that mean? It means that, now here they are. Let's say that we're going to send them to the ADTECH Gold. You should see in your back office now the ADTECH Gold invite. So there's one. And we can view that autoresponder. These are 10 letters that you can send to people that'll go out automatically. And it tells you here after how many days. The first day, that one goes out. Then every 3 days until we get here, every 4 days. And every 4th day, it'll send those people a new letter reminding them that we're looking for people who want to manage a business from home. And in that letter, it will send them to this particular site. If we click this on, it's going to send them right to here. There it is.
Welcome. It doesn't matter if you're...
And if you check down the bottom, you'll see that it's your site, which belongs right there. So all the letters are geared to talking about managing a business from home, and we want to speak to you, and we're looking for a certain kind of person. That's what it does. So that's one autoresponder. Okay, let's go back and take a look. I guess I could go back here. Let's go back and look at the other autoresponders. I selected ADTECH Gold Invite. Now, if you have the $20 plan, you have to decide, do you want to send people to the 12-week plan? Do you want to send them to friends and family, or do you want to send them to the business site? You can only select 2 autoresponders. My suggestion, if you're not using the USA Lead Club, then I would, and you had another source of leads, I would save the friends and family one for another process. I would send those out in your Gmail. You can do that. So I would use 2 different autoresponders. I would use ADTECH Gold Invite. That's what it says. It says right here, ADTECH Gold Invite. That's what it's going to say in your back office. And I would use the there is one now called the ADTECH Business Invite #1. That sends them to the 35-minute business presentation. They don't have to fill anything out to get all the information. ADTECH Gold Invite, after 3 minutes, asks them to fill it out to move forward. So that's your choices. That's what I would do. Now, what I really would recommend is you get the $49 program and get all 4. Then you can unlock 4 autoresponders. That's another topic. But for now, that's what I would do if I only had 2. And again, the ADTECH Biz Invite, these show you the letters. If you view the autoresponder, you're able to see these letters. You can open them up, and there's the first one. It says, we're now actively seeking we would like to speak to you about managing a business from home. And again, you click this on, it'll take you to a different place. That's where it takes you to. And it says, look, we believe in giving you the courtesy of giving you some information. Just go ahead and look at the overview. And then at the end, you can decide whether you want to talk to us. Okay, so that's what that does. That's what these letters do. So that's how you go in and select the autoresponders. Now I'm going to take you to the training room so you can see where to select these. Now I have to wait a little bit for these to load. There we go. Looks like they loading in. This makes this so turnkey. When a person belongs to Tools Rock, the first thing they can do is just go right in here, register, and go to the training room. In order to go to the training room, you go there by unlock the vault. Or is it the vault? I think it's the vault. I don't know. Somebody can tell me that. I think the password is the vault. Unlock the vault. I don't know. We're going to see that down here in a minute. Okay, so it looks like we're getting loaded in now. These pictures are, these videos are just instructions. Now, what we're more concerned about here tonight is the ADTECH marketing system. And it gives you an explanation, and then it tells you unlocking your marketing sites. And it tells you how to do that. Each one I just showed you. And yeah, it's the vault. To get into the training room, it's the vault. And to get into these, to unlock the custom sites, these are the passwords. There they are. So you unlock those first. The next thing, this is what everybody's getting confused with, categories. What does it mean to have a category? Here's how this works. You've unlocked the sites. Now they're available. And the truth is, without any autoresponder at all, you could make up your own email. You could send an email out to all your friends and say, hey, take a look at something. I want you to see something. I started this business and whatever, and I want you to go to, and in my case, it would be joeshoop.formyfriendsandfamily.com. You don't need an autoresponder for them to see the sites that you unlocked. They are just you have the right to use those to show people what this business is. And you can use any one you want, put it in an email. Or you could actually go to the autoresponders, copy the letter, and send them the letter right from your email system without utilizing the autoresponder here. And that's why I said select the ADTECH business presentation and the ADTECH Gold, because you can come back here, you can open up the autoresponder for friends and family, and you can look at the letters and copy the letters and then send them through your email system so you don't have to use the autoresponder. Now, it wouldn't go out automatically. You just got to keep track of it and send them out every couple of days. So the thing about categories is this. Categories are what other word can I use other than category? These are well, I'll think of it in a second, but you want groups. That's the word I'm looking for. Groups of people. So now that you're unlocked in your site, you can send them. Now you say, well, okay, now I have a group of people. I have all these business cards, and I don't really know these people, but I'd like to put them in the autoresponder, and I'd like them to get this information. So you would go create a category by going to, and I can't do that now because I don't want to get back to train. You go to contacts, manage categories. And when you click that on, it'll ask you to create a category. You're the one who names the category. So in the case of the business cards, you would say, business cards I have. Business cards. You would call that a category. So every business card that you had and had somebody's email address in it, you put them in the autoresponder. You select the website you want to send them to. You push a button and they start getting one of those three websites, whatever you chose. But then when you, now let's say you have another category. Let's say you have a category of USA leads. You're using that system. XYZ leads, doesn't matter. You say, okay, let's create another category. So you click on again, contacts, manage categories. You create another one and you call it USA leads, period. USA leads. And that's another category. Now, let's say you're using XYZ lead company as well. You go to categories, create a new one, manage the category, create another one. Now you have three categories created. Business card people, USA leads, and XYZ leads. You could create 100 categories if you want. You could call it people I met at Walmart. You could call it personal friends. And when you go and send them to a website, it asks you what category do they belong in. So you would say, people I met at Walmart, if that's what they were, or these business cards. So let's assume that you had a group in every one of those categories and you did it, you got them rolling, and you got 500 people inside of your autoresponder, and they're all in different groups. Okay. Now let's just say that's true. The reason for the categories is to find those people. Now, the people I talked to this week did not know this, so I know some of you do, but it's important that you get this so you don't confuse categories with websites and autoresponders. They're three separate things. So now that you have the category set and you have a couple hundred people there, let's suppose today you wanted to check on and see how the USA lead people were doing and who they were and what was going on with it. All you would have to do is go up here to contacts and quick view. You could do it that way, or you could do manage contacts, but let's just click on the quick view. The quick view, now I don't have these loaded in here in this particular account, so let me show you this. Would show you there's, let's say you put 1,200 in there, but that's everybody. From every category possible, that's what they are. We have a couple of autoresponders running and a couple of different accounts that run here. And this is just one. So if I want to know where these 1,286 are, if I want to know what category they're in, I would just go show categories and I would go in here. Now I would say, okay, what category? I know where they are. So I'm going to go look in here and say, these are high quality value prospects. I bought those from Tools Rock. And if I click and I view them, you're going to see about 1,000 in there. Everything else that was in there has been wiped. We can't see it now. These are all people that I have in a category called high quality leads. That's my category. So I created the categories except for one thing. Take a look at this. There are personal categories that I created, USA leads, ADTECH, and so on, M&G. But the system categories are created by the company. And in here are ADTECH captured leads. When people fill out your system, fill out your capture page, it goes into that area right there. You click that on, you click view, and you'll see how many people actually did that. ADTECH interview requested. That's for a different one. Hot lead, friends and family hot lead. These are all categories created by the company. Now, I don't know how many you have in there. I don't know how many are in there for everybody's account, but they are created. And if you don't find them in the personal, look in the company ones, the system. Now I'm going to back to this training room. Let me go back and see if there's any questions here. You're going to see a funky little screen here when I do that. Let me go to chat and okay. Yeah, the vault. Thanks, Hortensia. Okay, so anybody have any questions to this point? Anything you want to ask me before I move on? I'm going to be in the training room again just for a little bit. Then I'm going to show you how to move these leads out of USA and how to create the letter and get your campaign running. Okay, no questions. Let's go back to here. All right, so we're in the training room again. Now that you know what categories are, you unlock the sites, you know what categories are now. You create the categories, call them whatever you want to call them. Make it make sense to you so when you go in, you know what to look for. Now, I have explanations in here about create one called warm market and cold market. That's just an example. I couldn't put all the categories in there, but you understand now the categories are groups of people that you can find easily by naming the category. Now, here's the autoresponders. Autoresponders are sets of letters. That's what they are. It's really all they are. Sets of letters that all automatically go out. You don't have to create the letters. Now, let me give you a hint. You can change these letters if you want. I don't recommend you do it and start fooling around inside. If you do that, I can't help you align it, get back, and so on. We believe that this message of wanting to find people who want to manage a business from home, that's what works. All the stuff about getting rich and go here and now look at this and here's a new one, maybe this will help you. All that doesn't work. In my world, that doesn't work. But you have the right to go change those letters. You can't change the follow-up letters. They're not even visible to you. And I will get those in so you can see what a prospect is getting. In a follow-up letter, I'll put them in the training room at some point. They're in stone. They're put in by the company, created by us, put in by the company, and I have no control over them. I can't change them on the site. All right. So autoresponder number 1. This is for your friends and family. So if you chose to create a category called My Personal Friends, that's one of the categories. And you say, okay, I want to send my personal friends to this friends and family website. Then you need to set up that particular autoresponder, those sets of letters, so that when you go in and put your friend's name in there, it'll say what category. You say friends, personal friends, and down the bottom, well, what autoresponder do you want? And you say right here, the autoresponder is called 2041. And you'll see when you set this up that that's what you need right there. And you set it up by following these directions right here. Now, again, I suggest that you save that for your own personal email instead of using the autoresponder. Now, create autoresponder number 2. This one is set up to go to the business presentation of 35 minutes where they don't have to fill anything out to see something. I suggest you get that one and put it in. It's called autoresponder number 2, but the letters in here are the same as they are in autoresponder number 3, the invitation letters, except, and I put this explanation in today for you, the first letter that goes out in this one here, it says, we'd like to speak with you about managing a business from home. In this one, it says, you've identified yourself as someone who wanted to manage a business and so on. Has a little bit different flavor on the first paragraph. And it's designed for the people that use the USA Lead Club. However, I am still not using this one. I'm only using number 2 that says, I'd like to speak with you. We put it in here for those that wanted to. I know Gunther actually was the creator of that phrase, and actually these had a lot to do with these letters in here. The first letter. So you make a choice. My suggestion is use autoresponder number 2 for the business presentation because they both send you to the same place. It's just a little bit different invitation. Autoresponder number 4 is the ADTECH Gold one. Follow the instructions, sending people to that 12-week financial freedom plan. These are the instructions to set up that autoresponder. So at this point, if you're saying, okay, I want to send people to that one. Now, keep in mind, I just want you to know this. I am sending right now to the USA Lead people, I am sending them to this particular autoresponder that plays the 12-week plan. We went through the business presentation. I had a talk with some marketing people who said, save that one for advertising. But in this massive amount of emails that are leads that we get, use this one for now. Now, after I run through them, I'll go back and send them to the other one. So this is the one you want to set up, and this sends them to the ADTECH Gold or the previous former 12-week financial freedom plan. Follow the plan, you'll get it set up. I created one more here as an option. In the friends and family website, the letters are talking to your friends. It's more casual. It's more personal. It's not saying we want to speak to you about business. It's just saying, I'm in business. Take a look. I thought I'd show you. Hey, take a look again. I really appreciate you looking at it. That's the flavor of it. Now, what I did is I created another autoresponder for those people who said, I want to send the friends and family to business people. The letters in here are different than the friends and family to your personal friends. This is, and here's what I called it. ADTECH Gold Invite. No, wrong one. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, this was the first one. Number 4 is the Friends Business Invite. Apologize. Okay, so the Friends Business Invite is the one where it is sending it to a lead, to people you really don't know, but you want them to see the friends and family. That's it. That's what it does. The ADTECH Gold, again, to the 12-week plan. at Friends Business Invite has different letters in it than the Friends and Family one. It goes to the same website, but the introduction is different. This one says, I'd like to speak to you about managing a business from home. And when they click on the link, it sends them to the Friends and Family site. So what you need to do is go in and look at these autoresponders. Take a look at them, see what they look like, and make sure you understand where you're sending them to. Okay, now that being said, again, I'll go over any questions. Let's go back to chat. Do we have any questions at all? Okay, Daryl, you can call me and I'll help you do that. Follow-up letters are after the autoresponder is finished. That is correct. After, no, not after they finished. The follow-up letters, Bob, are if someone fills out. Let's say that you send somebody to the ADTECH Gold, the 12-week financial freedom plan. And let's say couple of letters went out, invite letters, encouraging them to go through the whole thing and fill out some information. Once they fill it out, the invitation letters automatically stop and a new set of letters kick back in, thanking them for looking at it and then encouraging them to set an appointment to meet with you. That's how that works. That's what the follow-up letters are, after they've filled out some information, the capture area. Okay, I don't see any more questions here. I'll give it about 5 seconds. If you have any questions, let me go back here. Okay, don't see any. All right, now, that's how you set those up. If you want to put leads into the system, and let's say that they are just leads that you've gathered over the years, you need to go to contacts, add contacts, teleprospect, or add a single. I would say go to teleprospect or upload personal contacts. I'm going to show you this one first. Teleprospect. Should be spinning. Is that spinning? Yep. Okay, so it takes you to a page. Now, pay close attention here. You must fill out a category first right here. It's what I was saying before. You click on show a category. Now, it's going to show all the categories that you set up. Personal friends, people I met at Walmart, people I met at over here, business cards I have. You decide what category they're in, and that's what enables you to search for them by category later. So if you see it, they're all in there. All the categories. You make the decision after you have set up your own categories. People were doing this and not setting up categories and telling me, but that category is not there. It's because you didn't create it. Okay, then you go in and you fill this out. Make sure you put something in the notes area here, because this tells this tells the system that you know them or some way you had contact. Just type the word friends in there. Doesn't matter. Don't put a paragraph. Just put a word or two. And then after you get those in, look down the bottom. It says, okay, now that these people are in there and I see what category you want them in, now what? Okay, well, now you select your autoresponder. It says, where do you want to send them? You want to send them to the business invite? You want to send them to the ADTECH Gold invite? Or do you want to send them to Friends and Family invite or Friends Business invite? You decide. That's the autoresponder, and you're going to have a choice of 2 at the $20 level, 4 at the $49 level. I know sometimes it's financially not feasible, but if you can, upgrade. Get $49 level and get all 4 of them. It'll work better for you. Okay, so that's how you put those in, except for the USA leads. If you want to bring an entire group of people in, 200 at a time, let's say, you can do that. You would go to contacts, add contacts, and you would select upload opt-in contacts. What that means to TSR or Tools Rock is that you have a group of people that recently you purchased that have an email address, an IP address, and a date and time stamped when that lead was generated. They don't want you putting in, a month-old lead. They want it fresh so that their servers can stay intact. So you go to add contacts, upload opt-in contacts, and you would bring them over from USA. However, I'm going to show you something a little different. We're going to go back and forth here to a couple of the things. So let's go to okay, there shouldn't be any questions with that. That's as easy as that is. Put them in, decide, put them. But if you want to bring the other leads in that are opted in, a good quality list, then you can go in that route and bring them all in at once. Now, I'm recommending with you using the USA lead company to do it a different way for now, or at least put some in here. But here's what I'm doing. Let's go to this particular site. Let me turn this on and then off. This thing is going to automatically play as I do it. Now, it's going to ask me to log in. I'm going to show you how to take care. All right, I'm going to do the ADTECH one. And let's see if I can get over here. Password. Should do it. There it is. Okay, now, first of all, let me show you what you should be doing with your leads. I purposely left a couple of days not loaded in yet, so you understand how to get these leads on your computer. I'm going to access the leads. Okay, now, I know that I have 3 days left to do. I saved those so that you could see it. So what you're going to do in USA leads, every day you're going to get 135 or 200 leads, whichever. We're getting 200 a day in this account. March 8th. I know I didn't do that yet. So I'm going to click that on one at a time and go down and download. I'm going to do 3 of these real quick. I do not save these files. There's a reason. I want to know that the leads were in there. So I open them with Microsoft Excel, click OK, and it got downloaded, but it's also going to bring it up. Now, there they are. Now, for those of you that don't understand the spreadsheet, it's just because that cell is not open. It'll tell you the date and name and so on. Now, I'm going to go File and Save As. The reason I'm saving it as, I'm going to call a different name than it's listed. I'll show you how I've set that up. I'm going to take it to my documents. So I click on Documents and making sure in my system that the documents is checked over here on the left. So I click on my documents and you will see there's this section on USA Lead Club on 3.6. Whoops, I thought I did 3.7. I guess I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to select number 3.6. This is how I put them in. USA ADTECH leads. 3, and I put the date, 3_6/2015 joe.csv. I'm going to click that on and I'm going to change the date to the 8th. That's all. It's already set up, so I can do that and I don't have to type it in. I can just go 3.8 and make sure that they are still in the documents and then click Save. And what it's going to say is, do you want to still use this format? I say, yes, I do. And then I'm going to X out of it and I'm going to say, do you want to save it? And I'm going to say, no. But I did save it. It is saved. Okay, that was the 8th. Let's go back and do the 7th now. Okay, so once again, click on the date, click on download, open it up so you can see the leads. You don't have to click on Save As, and then on your documents, if that's where you're saving them. That's where I save mine. Okay, so once I get that, make sure the document is clicked on, showing those documents. And we have 2 different accounts. So we're going to go to ADTECH USA the 8th. I'll click on the 8th again and turn this one into the 7th. That's the name of it. So I click on that, put a 7 in, and much easier to do. I'm still at Documents, click on Save. Do I want to keep the workbook? Yes, I do. And now I'm going to log out of there and say, don't save it. The reason is because it's asking me, you made changes to this document. I did save it already, but now I don't want to save whatever changes they said I made. I don't know. Okay, so these are now saved, and we're going to go to the 9th. We got, okay, so we go to the 9th. Once again, let's go to download these leads. Let's leave it open. Microsoft Excel, click on OK. Bring up the document and click on File and Save As. If you click Save, it's going to save it as that name right up there, and you won't be able to date it. So now you click on Documents. Go into your documents, wherever you're saving them. Click on the document file, and there they are. There's things I have saved in my documents. ADTECH leads on the 8th. Click that on. Change the 8th to the 9th. After you've set that up, you can do that easily. Change it to the 9th. Make sure documents. Click on save, and we'll do one more. One more. Yes, I want to keep the format, but no, I don't want to save whatever changes you think I made. You can go back to your documents. As you can see, they're still there when we go back. So let's do the last one here on the 10th. We're going to click on download the leads, and this will be the last one. Open with Microsoft. Say yes. Open it up. See, if you just save the file, you're going to have to do this work anyway. So File, Save As. Click on your documents. Make sure it's where you want it. The way you know that is when you click on the word Documents here, those other ones show up. Click on the documents, go down to the file you want, and there it is, the 9th. We know it's in there. See, I said don't save, but it did save it because it somehow thought I made a change. So the 9th, make sure you change this to the 10th. And documents, click save. All those documents are saved. Now, yes, I want to keep the format, but no, I don't want to save whatever you think I changed. Okay, now, that's all the leads that I have that are loaded in from ADTECH. They're all there. So let's do something else now. Let me show you how to put them in the broadcaster. So you're going to click on broadcaster. All of the leads that I just downloaded, including the ones from the very beginning of time on January 24th, are all here. I have the option. I can send a letter out to all these people all at once right now. Here's how it's done. First, if I click select all, it's going to put all those names over here. I won't do that yet because I'm not going to send them out. And I also want to do, this was Bob Kuhn's suggestion, is that we leave this on send the email from the USA Lead Club. That means that's where it'll say it's coming from to these people instead of from ADTECH Worldwide. They may notice that USA Lead Club, if they did fill something out, it may be that they'll recognize that and it maybe won't go to spam. We have a better shot at that, so leave it there. It's defaulted. Now, I have sent out previous letters in the past. So it has held on to that message for me. All I have to do is click on load and you'll see what happens. I loaded the letter in here. Notice that it has this code in here because every person on every one of those lists, it's going to change this code to their first name. And it's going to do that in here as well. So now this letter says, I'd like to speak with you about managing a business from home with my company. Before contacting me, listen, watch this company overview. We'll discuss the possibilities in a scheduled follow-up interview. Thank you. And I have Max's name in there. ADTECH Worldwide. Okay, that's a letter that goes out. Now, let me just get out of here and take this out of here and clear this. Show you some. Here's how you're going to do it. Here's how you're going to put your letter in because I already had it loaded in there. We had a bunch of those loaded in there. There's a bunch in here from Max and me and so on. So you're not going to, what you're going to do is you're going to have to go back to Tools Rock. You're going to go to Tools, Autoresponder, Edit. After you've set up your autoresponders, you will have a choice. You can go in here. Let's say that I want to send them to the ADTECH Gold invite right there. I need to click that on to look at the letters. So once I look at the letters, this is the very first letter that goes out. I'm going to preview it right now. If I preview it, and actually you could preview, and I would suggest you just click preview. You don't need to edit. Here's what this letter says when it's going out to the 12-week plan. We would like to speak to you about managing business from home with our company. We're rapidly expanding. We're seeking individuals who are honest, ambitious, work well with others. Time is of the essence, training and coaching, serious individuals, Watch this 3-minute video for more information. The ADTECH business presentation says 30 minutes. This one, make sure you select the right one. 30 minutes for 3 minutes. If we click that on, it's going to take you to, as you'll see, the friends. Oh, that's the friends and family one. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's the friends and family one. Did I select that right? Well, maybe I didn't. Let me go back to that email list. I did not want that to go there. No, I got the wrong one. Sorry about that. Let's go back to edit this. Select the autoresponder. I hope I didn't label that wrong. ADTECH Gold Invite. That should be the one. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong one. ADTECH Gold Invite should be in. Oh, shared. I have it under shared. Yep. ADTECH Gold Invite shared. Okay. ADTECH Gold Invite shared. Sorry about that. Let's click on Manage these emails. And now this one is going to be a little different. We'll preview the email. And when it's the same letter, notice it's the same exact letter. We click this on, it's going to take us to the 12-week plan. You see? So that's where I want these people to go in USA Lead. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this thing right to here. I'm going to hit Control-C to copy it. Now we'll go back to the broadcaster. Now remember, there are a couple things here. There's no picture in here yet. In order to add the picture, you have to right-click and say Insert Image, but it's going to ask you for the URL. If you want that URL, you send me an email, and I will send you the URL to put in there. That puts the picture in there. I don't have that off the top of my head, but we'll get it. But in the meantime, we're going to put the letter in. Control-V, and there's the letter. Now, there's only one difference in here, where it says Joseph, and it's addressing these people. Remember, there'll be an image above it. But you're going to need to highlight this and get this out of here. Because, remember, you want this code right here, first name. So you're going to highlight that, and actually, you're going to get yours from the bottom here. You see it down here? First name. This is a code that's going to go in the subject line, and also going to go in that first area where it says Joseph. So if we highlight that, we can still right-click, I think, and copy this. Okay, and instead of saying Joseph in here, we are going to put the word. Okay, I guess I have to use Control-V in that one. And we'll go Control-V, and it should put the code in there. I would put a comma in there if I were you. And there it is. Now it's going to address that. So now the bottom is all taken care of. This is different than Tools Rock. Has my name, it has the link going to the right place, but it also addresses them. And you must go in the subject line and do the same thing. Email subject. We would like to speak with you. Whatever subject line that first letter said to do, if we go back there and look, you'll see the subject line in the first letter says, hello, Joseph, we are now actively seeking managers. So it would say hello, you'd have that code in here, we are now actively seeking managers. That's how, well, let's copy that, and I'll show you how that goes in there. You would go here. You can actually use the right-click copy on this section, go back to broadcaster, in the subject line, leave that, well, you're going to have to put the first name in there where it says Joseph. So let's do it this way. Right-click, paste it in there. Where it says Joseph, you're going to take and put that code in there. That code that's here and what we did down there, you're going to paste it right in there where the word Joseph is so that it knows to put this code in there, right? So just copy that code. I can't get it from there. Sorry, I have to get it from the bottom, I guess. Be careful copying these. So you're just going to put that code in here so that every one of these is going to address those people. Well, sorry about that. It didn't pick it up. You got the point. You get the point up there. You have to put that code in there and put the subject into that code. And then what's going to happen is now that you see that it's in there perfectly, if you, again, want to put the logo up the top, the ADTECH logo, you're going to give it a few spaces. You're going to go up in here. You're going to right-click. You're going to insert the image, and you're going to need the code from me to get that. So, again, you can send me an email and say, Joe, I need the code. I will send it right out to you. Okay, and that code, once you put that code in there, that picture will arrive. It'll be right there in front of you. Now that it's set up, the question is, what do I do with it? You know you got a send button. We have a preview button, but in order to send it to the people you want to, you're going to go over here. You'll have your leads in here. You're going to click Select All or select the ones that you want and move them over here. In this case, we would go Select All, and they would move over. And at this stage, I can send out however many's in there. A couple of thousand of these emails can go out with that letter. I'm going to put them back for now. And once you put them in there, you go down the bottom and click, well, you can click preview, and you'll see what the letter is going to look like. If you have your picture in there, it'll have that there as well. And click send, and it goes out to all those people at once. Now tomorrow, 2 days from now, 3 days from now, you say, okay, I want to send it to those people again. You go back in, you do exactly the same thing. This time you're going to have what I have, a previous letter. If you want to send the same letter, do it again, click load, letter will automatically go in, and you go up here and select all those people again and send them the letter again, plus the new people. The challenge here is that if it's 5 days out and you want to send the second letter to maybe 10 of those groups, and you have 2 new ones that came in the last couple of days, you're going to have to look at it and say, I want to send this last group, I'm going to send the new letter, and these other people, I'm going to send another letter. You just got to watch it and monitor, because it's not an automatic responder. It's a letter by letter, day by day thing. But it does allow you to send these out without any spamming problems at all. Okay, so let's go back. Everybody should understand. If not, we're not going to do it again tonight, but want to be able to get this right for you. I want you to see. So I've got the chat on. Does anybody to see what they are? Fill out. Yeah, you can fill it out. You can fill out your stuff to see what the letters are. Anybody have any questions? We're at the top of the hour. Wanted to make sure you have this. I'm going to cover something very quickly after this, and that's it. But I wanted to make sure you totally got this on how to set this up. Everybody get it? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Just put a chat.
I don't see anything in the chat yet.
No, I don't see him either. Okay, so we have no questions. That's perfect. I'm excited. I'm going to stop sharing. If you want me to do something real quick, let me know, and I can go back. Once I stop sharing, I'm not bringing it back. Tell me yes. Okay, here's Gunnar. What is the limit of email addresses we can have at ToolsRock at any given time? Depends on your plan that you have. On the $20 a month, I think anywhere from 700 to 1,000. People are telling me 700. I think they're increasing it to 1,000. I thought they were. Yes, Bob Coons. Use a calendar and alternate days. Yes. Be creative. Use the calendar on USA and alternate them, and that's what Bob does. I know. We talked about that. I got it perfectly. Yep. So the limit. So if you had a $49 level, Mark, how many can you send at the $49 level? 5,000?
I think it's 5,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could have 5,000 in there. Be pretty useful. I do. I was going to call you this afternoon, but you covered it. Good. Okay. Everybody got it. Got it. All right. Let me stop sharing. Looks like we don't have to stop sharing the screen, and that'll bring us back to normal here instead of all that tunnel all the way down there. Kind of like that look, though, Mark. Here we go. Okay. So I hope that covered. Let me cover a couple things here, though. Just give me 2 minutes. Getting this is the start of it. The second part of this, for those that are new, I can see there's new people on here, learning your dialogue, learning who you are when you're making phone calls. The first part is to set it up. We talked about it today. We always talk about it. Get into ToolsRock. Get into the class. We made an announcement today. It's not in writing right now, but we made an announcement today. The class, which is normally, if you go back in time, over $350, we cut it to $105 for Carrot Bar people. We then gave them an opportunity, if you come in the first 7 days, either to Carrot Bars or ToolsRock, you can have it for $59, and now we did it again. We want everybody to follow a pattern of going to ToolsRock, get in the class. ToolsRock, get in the class. So if you got into ToolsRock for $20 to get your marketing system set up, easy to do. If you do that, go to ToolsRock and do that in 7 days, anybody, even if you've been in Carrot Bars before, Even if you've been in Tools Rock before, and you're now going to be able to take advantage of it for $29.99. We took it out of the $60 down to $30 now. So just make it an even 30, and all you have to do is go to PayPal, find me at jpshoop@earthlink.net, or call me first. I had a bunch of people call me today. They're setting up their times that they want to take the class. It's convenient for you to take it when you're available. I can unlock the recorded version, the exact same class, and you can do it at your convenience. You just need to tell me when. I unlock it, you're ready to go, and you're good to go. $30. So for $50 to start your business, you haven't even bought a package yet, maybe you have, and for $50, you get the Tools Rock marketing system for that month for $20. You get your couple of autoresponders, you get all the websites, and you get a communication class that will make so much sense to you. When you're done this class, a bell will go, a light will go off. All you got to do is ask Andrea Hanfus and all the people that have been on here. It's good business people like Bob Coons, who taught the other day. Going to have him back, probably Friday, Bob, if we can. The learning process. That's what people don't know in this business. They don't know how to learn what it is, because there have been so many uneducated people in this industry trying to educate you. It's been, in my opinion, a disaster. So, I don't know if you want to say any final words, Mark, but we're kind of done for the night, so I hope this helped everybody. Call me, email me with any questions, jpshoop@earthlink.net, and let's just go from there. Keep in mind, in the next hour, I'm having dinner.
Well, as you know, my brain is shutting down.
Yeah.
Because I've been at it since 6 this morning.
Well, that's why I've got the bicycle up. I don't look so good right now. Anyway, all right. Well, look, everybody. Thanks for being here. We'll 5,007. I don't know what that means, Bob, but okay. Well, will the broadcast save each letter as it is put in? Yes. Yes, it does. It gives you the choice of which one do you want to put in there, Andrea. Yes. And Jasmine, if you all want to type in a little thing, I'm pretty sure that is Jasmine, our new person. Want to welcome her to the company. Mark's met her. Max met her. I'm going to introduce her to Shirley and a couple other people this week. So you want to say hello to her and welcome her to the company. I'm glad you're there, Jasmine. I think that's you. Is that Jasmine Armfield? Is that you? Getting onboarded properly. I think it takes, there's a delay, Mark, in our, when we do that, but yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, you're welcome, Gunnar. Hey, thank you. Gunnar's great input with stuff from you and Bob and other people and Cheryl. It's wonderful that we can work as a team and get input here. And look, don't expect leads to be magical. What they're designed to do is get you moving, get you in action, and find that one person a month that you really need to find, minimum. That's what they're designed to do, and it does. Believe me, it does. We'll keep talking. We'll see you in the morning at the Breakfast Club. And yes, it is Jasmine. Yes, it is. There we go. Oh, there you go. People are saying hello to you now, Jasmine. But we appreciate you being here. And if you don't mind, we'll talk. I'll give you a call tomorrow and get some things squared away and keep moving on. Okay? So thanks for being here, everybody. Hope you had a great night. And we'll see you tomorrow at the Breakfast Club. Take
Peace
care.
and blessings, everyone. Good night.
Good night.